What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to our second season with Leeds United. This is episode 9, and currently we sit in third place in the Premier League. We are only 4 points off Liverpool, who sit in first place with one game in hand, and this is how the rest of the Premier League looks, with Nottingham Forest, Preston North End, and Brentford in the relegation zone. Going into our first game, we take on Leicester City, and that's their starting 11 and substitutions. And here is ours. You won't see many changes from the previous games. We just got to remember Rafinha is still out. First opportunity falls to Skov, and he manages to put it off target by miles. Beautiful cross from Harrison, but Skov just couldn't control it with the Leicester defender putting pressure on him. Skov gets another opportunity but manages to find the ball to Rodrigo, who finds the back of the net to make it 1-0 Leeds United. Skov redeemed himself there with that crucial pass to find Rodrigo in space and able to get him through onto goal. As we watch the replay, we can see Skov was just pushing over to the right-hand side and looked like he was about to take his shot, but then saw Rodrigo was in a better position, and thankfully he passed it off, and Rodrigo found the back of the net. Leicester are making an attack this time, with their skipper taking the shot past Millier and putting it into the back of the net to make it 1-1. Some questionable defending from us, but Leicester had a beautiful ball from Pratt to their number 7 to find the back of the net, and he was pretty much left one-on-one with Millier from that point. You could argue that maybe Sessegnon was fouled there, but I don't know if Sessegnon could have done anything to stop the shot coming in. But a beautiful shot from number 7 for Leicester City, just unlucky Millier couldn't save it. We get an opportunity with a beautiful through ball from none other than Pedro Neto to Rodrigo, and Rodrigo doesn't manage to get too much behind it and just hits it straight at the goalkeeper. And that's how the game ends. It ends as a draw. Both teams couldn't really find the winning goal, both playing well attacking and defensively, but we come away with the 1 point. This is our second game. We have our starting 11 and substitutions, a few changes there, and we're taking on Aston Villa, and that's their starting 11 and substitutions. We have the first opportunity in the game from a pass from De Silva to pick out Rodrigo, and he does a few weird touches to manage to get it around Bednarek and then past Heaton, who is in goal, to make it 1-0 Leeds United. Beautiful pass from De Silva. It could have been a bit too heavy, hence the couple of touches Rodrigo had to take, but it also helped probably to throw off Jan Bednarek, and then manages to get past him pretty easily and then finds the back of the net with no problem. And Heaton probably should have been in a better position, maybe come out a bit more towards the ball, but he did not. And we pick up a second goal in the 34th minute from Jack Harrison. Just open on that left-hand side, makes a run into the box and receives the ball, and then just hits it into the back of the net. I think De Silva's dummy run really helped create that space there for him, and then the defenders were a little bit too slow to react. Like, you got Mings coming in there, and also you got Traore coming back from attack, but Harrison made sure it went in the back of the net. They get an opportunity in the 40th minute, but Millier manages to put it behind for a corner. Keller Cruz was very lucky to get that shot off, actually, because Phillips would nearly had his foot on it, but a good save from Millier. Aston Villa have a corner. We managed to get it out of the box, but it falls to Gloven, and Gloven volleys it towards goal, but Millier puts it behind. Very good volley, actually, from Gloven. Like, it didn't even bounce, so it was pretty much like a full half volley, and Millier just managed to get his whole palm to the ball. Aston Villa make an attack once again, and De La Cruz manages to find the back of the net, picking up the ball to try and get a quick restart. Very good movement from De La Cruz off and on the ball. You'll just see he takes one touch to the left and then manages to find the back of the net, taking Llorente out of the question there. He just basically loses him and then is one-on-one with Millier, and Millier is not going to save that. but they don't manage to find a second goal, and we come away with the 3 points. They played very well towards the end of the game, but they didn't manage to improve enough to pick up the second goal. And Rodrigo there with only 2 attempts and 1 goal, but definitely man of the match. Moving into match number 3, that is our starting 11 and substitutions, and we're taking on Everton, and that's their starting 11 and substitutions. We get the first opportunity coming from Rodrigo, taking a beautiful touch in open play, and then gets it on his strong left foot and then hits it in the top left hand corner, but the goalkeeper manages to put it behind. We get another opportunity from Skov. Is Skov going to be able to do anything with it? He does. He gets a shot off, but the keeper again makes a beautiful save. Just see how much power that was behind the ball. It's a surprise he didn't actually just put it slightly off target. He managed to get a full hand to that. Rodrigo has managed to find a goal in the 37th minute with a beautiful shot between the legs of the Everton goalkeeper to make it 1-0 Leeds United. This kind of came out of nowhere from a beautiful pass from De Silva, as we see there, and Rodrigo just pulling it down to the right hand side, and none of the Everton defenders are actually pushing him, and he just has all the time in the world. And the keeper was unlucky there. He kind of made himself as big as possible, but he didn't cover that middle zone. Skov has another shot, and it's ever so wide, and it just hits the bit that's keeping the net up, really. But a beautiful shot, and just shows you how strong his left foot is. Rodrigo intercepts an Everton pass and managed to get through on goal and scores to make it 2-0 Leeds United. An error in that Everton defence from that ball to the midfield actually, and Rodrigo just manages to cut it out really easily with one touch and then manages to take it past the Everton defenders, and it's just a blister of a shot into the back of the net to make it 2-0. And Everton are pushing for a goal, and they managed to find one with a weird through ball to McGray, and McGray was pretty much where Millier was and passes it around him into the back of the net to make it 2-1 Everton. This is a very weird celebration. It's like they've just won the league or something, but they're still behind in the game. We managed to clear the first opportunity, but straight to one of the Everton players' feet, and McGray just manages just to pass it around Millier. And it was very it actually goes through his legs. So 2 Panna goals from today. They're pushing again in the 83rd minute, and McGray is in there, and our defenders are doing nothing to stop it. And they've managed to bring it back to a draw with 6.5 minutes to go. Same celebration again for some reason. Kind of just shows you how well we have been playing, and we are quite a lot higher up in the table than Everton, but doesn't warrant that type of celebration. Great play though from Everton to get this opportunity. Poor defending from us. Medina should have probably tried to get his head on it, or maybe Millier should have been in a better position in the goal, but Everton got the goal, and it is a draw at the moment, and that is how the game ends. It ends as a draw, both teams picking up 1 point, but their goalkeeper definitely man of the match for their team. Match number 4, we take on Brentford, and that's their starting 11 and substitutions, and there is ours. We get the first opportunity in the game with Harrison making a run down the left hand side, battling off the right back, and manages to pick out the underside of the crossbar to put it in to the back of the net past Raya. And to be honest, once we get to see this replay, you will see how much power he put behind it. He was battling off Dalsgaard, who is their right back, and he just takes a shot and it hits the underside of the crossbar into the side netting. But just look how much power, and even just that curve on it to put it into the net. It's just a beautiful shot to make it 1-0 Leeds United. And Rodrigo is going to have a bit of the pie. He makes it 2-0 with a beautiful finesse shot from the outside of the box. And now it is 2-0 Leeds United. a beautiful pass from one of our midfielders, I think it was Phillips, and then Rodrigo takes out the Brentford defender and then also the Brentford goalkeeper with that beautiful shot. Just look at how much curl he put on it. Just Raya was slightly unlucky to get his hand on it. Brentford have broken through and managed to pick up a goal in the 70th minute to give them another chance in the game. And it's a beautiful goal from them. I think it was Gonzalez that actually scores it, but they've worked really hard and they have tried to defend. Beautiful two quick passes actually to get Gonzalez through on goal. Millie maybe should have reacted a bit quicker, and I don't have a clue why Llorente didn't actually go for the ball there, but it is currently 2-1 Leeds United, and Pedro Neto managed to make it 3-1 with a beautiful shot from the edge of the area. Loops it over Raya into the back of the net. No chance in saving that at all, and the defence of Brentford has been beaten once again just by raw speed. I think that's Rico Henry chasing him. He just couldn't catch, and he took it with his left foot, which is his strongest foot, and just puts it in the back right hand corner. Reyes so close to actually getting his fingertips on that, but he just doesn't manage. And Raya makes a mistake here and lets Neto get another opportunity, but Neto doesn't manage to put it on target. And that is how the game ends. It ends 3-1 to Leeds United, who pick up the 3 points, and kind of just shows the difference of quality. Brentford in the relegation zone, we're in the top 3 of the Premier League. We're taking on West Ham, and that's their starting 11 and substitutions, and here is ours as well. West Ham get the first opportunity from a pass from Felipe Anderson to Wesley, who was unmarked in the box and had an open goal to aim at because Millie had rushed towards Felipe Anderson. Quite an easy finish, not much about it. Really bad defending from us. We shouldn't have left them both open like that so easily, and as you can see, Sessegnon was the one that should have been tracking Wesley, and he just left him. Second time Sessegnon has left someone in the open. We try for our first opportunity of the game from a cross from Vargas to Neto, and Neto was ever so slightly just behind it, but Harrison manages to pick up a goal in the 86th minute to bring us back to a draw. Randolph has been an exceptional goalkeeper in this game. He's made some great saves for West Ham, and we just didn't challenge them really. And this was kind of our first real good opportunity in this game. Just a quick pass out to Harrison on that right hand side, and he just takes, he thumps at it to make sure it goes on target and hopefully past Randolph into the back of the net. He nearly gets his hand to it, so it's very, very close, and that's how the game ends. It ends as a draw. To be honest, West Ham should have won it. They defended exceptionally well, and they stopped us from getting many chances. And that's how today's episode ends. We stay in third place, having played 34 games. We have 74 points. We are 8 points behind Liverpool now, and we have the same amount of points as Manchester City. We still have Manchester City to play towards the end of the season. This is how the rest of the league looks. Not much has changed, just Brentford has dropped down to 19th instead of sitting in 18th. But thank you for watching today's episode. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like. Can we try and get to 5 likes again this week? That would be great. And I hope you all have a great weekend and a great week, and see you next week. Ta-ra!